Yeah.
What if you were going to develop a superpower from this alien set? This is a theoretical you question. Which power would you want?
As Sky or as Chloe?
As Sky.
I feel like it would be something cerebral. I feel like it'd be something...
Like the power to get a second season.
Yeah.
Power to get a second season.
I don't know. I feel like it could be mind reading, flying.
Yeah, that's good.
Are you looking at it as an answer?
Or just decision making?
What'd you say?
Do you feel like Sky, I mean, she has gone through so much this season. She's a complete outsider to an insider now. Do you feel like now she's fully committed to this team and being a part of it?
Oh, absolutely. I think she was kind of, it was kind of implied in the pilot, but she was kind of forced on because she did hack S.H.I.E.L.D. So they're like, well, you get to either go in jail or just be part of this team. So obviously being part of the team was the better option. But yeah, her relationship with Coulson, I think, is definitely the glue of the team, and Skimmins, obviously. But I think it really locked in for me, and she became really serious. Not serious, but it became very real for her, the episode where Coulson almost dies, and we come and rescue him, and we have that moment. And it's kind of grown into a really nice, young father-daughter relationship.
Listen,
I'm just grateful it wasn't grandfather.
Ian, Fitz is pretty much the voice of reason for the team and somewhat the comic relief. I mean, a little bit, in a good way.
Yeah.
How do you see him evolving? He came from a complete scientific background, and he seems to be pushing more and more to be a field operative. Is that the direction do you think Fitz wants to go?
I think so, yeah. I think it's the same with Simmons. I think they've probably led quite a sheltered life through their career so far. So when they joined the team, there was definitely, them going out in the field was a very scary thing for them. So every time they've kind of gone out there and they've got through the day or through the mission, you know, they've come a very long way, I think.
And what about your relationship with Simmons? Because she seems to have a love interest a little bit with Triplet. Am I just reading into that? Agent Triplet, what's going on with that? Because I like that scene.
I didn't mind it either.
The chemistry between you guys is more friends, or do you think there's a possibility of
I think so. We've talked about it a lot. I think, not in that way, just in the sense that, I don't know, it feels like they're more brother and sister, maybe, than...
Yeah, that's how we're playing it.
Which is going to be kind of weird if they end up doing that.
I don't know. Weird things happen in the UK that wouldn't be necessarily that weird.
We have Arkansas. So the episode we just saw is going to air on ABC April 1st at 8 p.m. Tuesday. So how many episodes are left in the season?
7. I need to answer that.
7.
We start on April the 1st.
Here you go.
Then on April the 4th, in theaters near you, a movie called Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Woo! And then we're back again on April the 8th.
7 days after the 1st.
Exactly. For an episode we wouldn't want you to miss. And then it's a bullet shot all the way to the season finale.
So Captain America, are there going to be any tie-ins that directly affect the show?
You're really asking the question.
Am I not supposed to?
I mean, look, this is the best way that we can tell this.
What an interesting idea.
This is the Marvel Universe. We started out in the Marvel Universe. We would not have a show unless Agent Coulson was the gift that was given to us through Marvel's The Avengers. It makes sense. You know, we had Jamie Alexander, Lady Sif came on the show. We had an episode after Thor: The Dark World where they were cleaning up in London after what happened in that movie. So it would certainly not surprise anyone if things that happened on that movie that you were mentioning were to suddenly happen in the show that we're talking about.
Yeah. Wow, that was
How clear was that?
That was vaguely oblique in a masterful way.
April the 8th, I did say.
And then there are going to be 7 episodes in a row. So can you
7
give a hint?
episodes in a row.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, the 7th is the season finale. How about that? Can you imagine?
Wow, I would imagine.
There is somebody we'd like to give a shout out to, Adi Kubitz. I didn't mention it in the ABC. He is so incredibly helpful to us in the programming department and is the one who is responsible for us being able to do those 7 in a row. Andy, if you're here, there you are. Go ahead. Jeff Bell would also like to give a big shout out.
No, I mean, we talk about writers because,
Because they're writers.
because we talk about ourselves. But the truth is there are hundreds of people who make this show, and we have a tremendous production crew headed by Gary Brown, our producer, and a tremendous post team headed by Chris Cheramy and Mark Kolpak, who oversees all our visual effects. So when you see planes landing and flying and I mean, that's all magic that these people do.
What?
Very